It's not just about, trying to lose weight or trying to look a certain way. I am a big fan of dogs. Oh gosh, this is so heavy. This is what happens when you have a small kitchen. You gotta work with what you got. Hello everybody. I am trying out a new setup for filming. I kind of like this backdrop. We got my bookcase back here, and yeah, hopefully the lighting looks good. But yeah, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I know that there are a lot of new people here from my 100K investment update video, so I am so excited to have you here. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Brooke, and I am 28 years old. And I am just sharing on this channel about personal finances, lifestyle stuff, and just being in your 20s. So if you like that, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around, because this is just fun for me. I love making these videos for you all and just showing you a piece of my life. And we are actually going to be starting a new vlog series. So this vlog series is actually inspired by Allison McCarthy. I've talked about her on my channel before, but I really love her content. She's just very relatable, and I like watching her stuff. It just really helps me to feel like, being in your mid to late 20s is just like a normal time of your life. And there are things that people are doing to try and level up themselves and just trying to be better. So I am starting out this series here because I want to really talk about the kind of goals that I want to do over this vlog series, and also talk about why I want to do this and that kind of stuff. So let's dive right in. So firstly, I am going on vacation in September. My husband and I are going to Mexico. It's actually going to be our first time there, and we are going to an all-inclusive resort, so I'm super excited about that. I really want to feel good when we're on that trip, so I want to start making some healthy habit changes today so that we can have fun on that trip and just feel like, hey, we're here, and it's all inclusive, so there's gonna be unlimited food and drinks, and there's gonna be sun and all that kind of stuff. And I just want to feel my best when I'm on that vacation. And today is the end of July, so we have about a month to go. And so I am so excited to take you guys along on this journey. I think I've decided to call it a end of summer glow up, because when it comes August, that's back to school time for me. So I am this is the end of summer. This is our final chance to take in all of the things that summer has to offer. And so I am excited to really just level up myself in these next few weeks and just take you along in these different videos. The main goals that I want to do is I want to make sustainable changes. I don't want to overwhelm myself or burden myself with doing too much at one time. So in the past, I have struggled with having disordered eating patterns and exercising too much and things like that. In the past few years, I've really been trying to heal my own feelings about my body, about how I treat it, how I eat, that kind of stuff. I've just seen changes in my body, and I've also done changes to my workout routines. Before, I was very cardio focused. I did a lot of Pilates, which is great. I still love doing Pilates and cardio, but I also started, when my husband and I started dating, honestly, we started going to the gym together, and he started to help me learn about how to do some strength training. So I've been lifting weights and I've been doing that kind of stuff, and that has also changed my body composition. I am susceptible to wanting to be a certain weight, because that is what I was told growing up. You want to be this weight to be beautiful, you want to be skinny, you want to be thin. And I'm not trying to make this series to get to that point. I'm trying to make this series to hold myself accountable to making sustainable changes. This is day one of this little series. My first goal is to walk 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. I want to set this goal, but I also want to recognize that setting a goal and not hitting that goal is not a failure. It just means that I need to keep going. Because I originally was like, oh, I'm gonna wait till August 1st to start this because, you know, the first of the month. And then I like talked myself out of it because I realized like you don't need to wait for any point in a year, a month, a week to start something. You can start the next day. And I feel like today I started out in a pretty good mood. My husband and I made it to the gym this morning. So we came back, we ate breakfast, I took my shower. I feel like when I exercise in the morning, I just have so much more energy throughout my day. I have a walking pad underneath my computer setup. So that's really helpful. I can work and walk at the same time. So 8 to 10K steps a day this week. And I will keep myself accountable by letting you all know every day what my Apple Watch says. That is my main fitness tracker. So if you are interested, please make sure to follow along with this series. Make sure to get notified when I put out new videos because I'm excited to start this series and just show you what I'm going to be doing in the next 4 weeks to level up. Good morning. It is now Thursday, and yesterday we had a really good time. I was feeling pretty productive at work. I got a good amount done, and in total, the steps that I got over the day was 8,500 steps. And after work, we had a really good time with our friends. They came over for dinner, and I made a really delicious lasagna. And because my husband and I are both lactose intolerant, we actually did a vegan ricotta cheese this time, and it was actually pretty good. I thought it turned out pretty yummy. It's the recipe from Love and Lemons. I really like that blog online, and I get a lot of my vegan recipes from them. And so the vegan recipe for the vegan ricotta was literally just tofu, nutritional yeast, olive oil, lemon juice, and spices, and then you just blend it up in your food processor, and it actually turned out really creamy. And when I put it into the lasagna, I was a little worried that it would taste a little bit off, but it actually turned out really delicious. And I think it's a good option because it actually does give you quite a bit of protein added to your lasagna because I used a full block of tofu in it. So that's quite a bit of protein packed into that. It was not a vegan lasagna. It was just dairy free. I also have been starting to read Iron Widow, the book that I got free from the library, and it is intense. Like, I'm only 82 pages in, but it is very violent, which I guess I should have realized from like the plot. But this girl basically decides to become what is known as a concubine pilot in order to kill the pilot that killed her sister. But I really like it. It's really interesting the way that there is this idea of people using their chi to inhabit these like mecha suits, basically. I think of them like in terms of like mecha suits, and they're fighting these, they're called Hundwins, and they're basically like invading insects from another planet, I guess, and they're trying to destroy them. So it's so interesting, the world building. But I'm also interested in to see how this is going to work now that she does kill the guy who kills her sister, and that's why it's called Iron Widow. So I definitely recommend that if you know you're interested in like East Asian kind of mythology, if you're interested in how that kind of works, I would definitely recommend it. I mean, like I said, I'm only 82 pages in, so I'm excited to see where the story goes. I'm very intrigued. I think that the writing is really well done. It's really fast paced. There's a lot going on, and it's just drawing me in. So I'm excited to continue to read more. But today I am going to, you know, try and hit my 8,000 to 10,000 steps. Tonight, I also have band practice. I will be singing again on Sunday, so I have to go to band practice tonight at 7. Let's get on to work. Let's get some steps in on my walking pad. At lunch, my goal is to do a 5-minute Pilates video just to do some core work because I haven't done that in a while. And drink a lot of water, because I think drinking water is going to be key to getting to where I want to be. But yeah, let's go and get today started. Good morning, it's Friday, and last night we had a really good band practice. We have a new song that we are singing on Sunday, so we practiced that and I really like it. It has a really pretty melody and it's just a fun song to sing. So that was really nice that we had practice. And this morning I woke up a little bit early, not to go to the gym, just to like have a slower morning. And so we are actually going to go to the gym after work today. So that will be nice to get in some gym time. Hopefully it won't be too crowded because it's a Friday evening. I don't know how many people like to go on Friday evenings. I know that every other evening it's usually pretty busy, which is why we do like to try and go in the morning. It's usually a little less crowded in the morning time, but on the evenings, it's just a little bit harder to find machines that we want to use. So maybe because it's the end of the week, there will be less people there. But in total, yesterday, I reached 9,500 steps. So I'm really happy about that. I have really been trying my best to, every time I take a break at work, I am walking on my walking pad, getting those steps in, because I really want to be consistent with this. And also, I just really want to show myself that I can stick with something and see the fruits of my labors. So that is what we did yesterday. Today, we have one meeting, so not too crazy. And I also am continuing to do my code work and stuff like that. I think that we're getting to some pretty good spots. Right now, it's mainly just like doing some styling and all that good stuff. So I feel pretty comfortable with where we're at with this project. We have only a month to go, which is crazy because in 1 month I will be on a plane going to San Francisco for my work trip, and I will do a little bit of vlogging there, but I will also be pretty busy that week. So I'll try and get some shots of everything like that, but that is going to be a crazy work week for sure. I have a presentation I'm giving and I have to finish the presentation basically by today. I'm just feeling a little bit less tired these days because I am getting back into routine of getting my steps in, trying to drink enough water and that kind of stuff. It really does help me with staying motivated and just helping with my mood and stuff like that. So that's part of the reason why I like to do this, because it really does help me overall with my mood. It's not just about, trying to lose weight or trying to look a certain way. It's really about the effects that it gives to my overall positive emotions. And so I really want to have a lifelong habit of doing healthy things. But yeah, let's go and have a productive Friday. Good morning. It is Saturday now, and yesterday I got about 8,000 steps, so I was a little less productive than I wanted to be when it came to my step goal. I had a lot of code work that I was doing, and so I was pretty heads down for that. Also, after work, we did not go to the gym because when my husband got home, it was like raining cats and dogs, and I was like, I really don't want to go out. I know the gym is not even that far away. I was making excuses for sure, and sometimes I do that. So I was like, oh, it's raining. I don't want to drive out in the rain to go to the gym. But we should have. But it's okay. I mean, we got to give ourselves grace. But instead, what we did was we actually watched the movie Sinners. I had not seen it yet. It was on HBO Max, and I am not the biggest fan of like scary movies, and I had thought that Sinners was like a straight up horror film. But honestly, when I watched it last night, it wasn't as scary as I thought. It honestly is more of a thriller than a horror movie. And I think if someone had told me that it was more of a thriller than a horror movie, I might have been more inclined to watch it earlier. Because thriller movies, I'm like more okay with. Music in the film was so good. There was a lot of blues, and there was also some like bluegrass. There's also some like Irish ditties in it, so it was like really cool. The soundscape of the movie was just so fun. Today we are going to go out and get our donuts. I'm so excited. I will show you what they look like. I am a big fan of donuts. I would just say that I'm a big fan of donuts, and I'm gonna still try and be healthy today, get in my steps. We also have to clean the house, tidy it up, do all of our chores. So after we go and get our donuts, we're gonna go to the grocery store and pick up our groceries and all that good stuff. And yeah, then we will come back here, and it's just gonna be a pretty chill Saturday. But I am going to try and get in my 8,000 to 10,000 steps. I would love to like go out to the park to walk, but it's been super rainy the past couple of days, so I don't know about that. So I might just have to continue to walk on my walking pad. I do like to walk on my walking pad while I'm reading my book. So, you know, kind of combining that together, that's really nice. So I might do that after we get all of our chores done. But yeah, let's go and have just a cozy Saturday and enjoy just having some downtime. Time to cut this bad boy. Holy moly, this is like a 15-pound watermelon. I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. I only have this tiny cutting board, so let's try not to cut off our fingers. This bowl is not gonna be big enough, so I will definitely put in bowls. So, oh gosh, this is so heavy. This is what happens when you have a small kitchen. You gotta work with what you got. You know what? I might have to do this in halves. Like I might have to cut the watermelon in half, and then cut one half, and then cut the other half. That's probably smarter, duh. Oh my goodness. I'm just worried it's gonna like break open. Oh wow. Nice and juicy right there. So I've never done it this way, but I've seen a lot of other people cut it this way, where they cut off the skin, which I've actually never done. I usually cut it a different way, but this honestly kind of makes sense for like how this watermelon is. Yeah, this watermelon came to me for free from my lovely neighbors. We helped to mow their lawn, and they just stopped by the other day and gave us a watermelon, a bunch of oranges, some grapes, and also a pineapple. So I also have a pineapple, but I think I'm going to leave that for another day because this watermelon is obviously going to take up a lot of fridge space once I get it all cut. Let me know in the comments how you cut your watermelon, because I am winging it here. Oh my gosh. I just cleaned the floors, and now they're getting all watermelon-y now because I keep dropping watermelon pieces. Honestly, maybe what I could do is I could freeze some of this watermelon, and then when I wanted to, I could make like watermelon smoothie. I think that would be pretty good. Oh my gosh, that lunch, the brunch that we got today at Monuts, holy moly. That was like some of the best food I've had in a long time, and I love food. Okay, gonna try this piece. Let's see. Oh, That is a good watermelon. That's sweet. I give it like an 8 out of 10. Pretty good. Good evening. It's now Sunday, and today was a very fun day. We had a great service this morning, and then after service, we came home and we made lunches. I tried out a new recipe that I found on TikTok. It was somebody who said these are like homemade pizza rolls that are better and healthier for you, and they were really easy. So all I did was took a tortilla and I cut it in half, and then I put some marinara sauce, some cheese, some meat, some veggies, and I crimped them together and I put them in my air fryer, and they actually turned out really well. And I dipped mine in buffalo sauce. I really like dipping my pizza rolls in buffalo sauce. I just think that that combination of the sweet marinara and like the spicy buffalo goes really well together. So I actually really liked it. It was very easy to make, probably like 10 minutes, and that was what we had for lunches. And then we also meal prepped. We like to meal prep on Sundays, and so today we did a very easy, just slow cooker chili. I know it's like the summertime, but you know, you can eat chili in the summertime. And so we also made some Jif cornbread mix to go along with it, because you have to have cornbread with your chili. So we made some chili and we are going to eat on that. And yesterday I was able to get in over 9,000 steps. So I did really well yesterday. And today I'm going to get in more. I'm about at 7,000 right now, but I'm going to get more because the newest episode of The Gilded Age comes out, and I am going to watch that tonight when it premieres. It always premieres at 9 p.m. on Sundays. So I'm going to watch that and walk at the same time to get in the last of my steps that I need for the rest of the day. But so far, I've been feeling more energy because of like getting back into my walking routine than less energy, which seems counterintuitive, but I have felt that when I am more active, I do have more energy, even though I am expending more energy. The rest of the evening, we're just going to chill. Today, during our dinner time, we went to go to Happy and Hale. I really like Happy and Hale. They have really great salads, and they don't have my salad that I really like anymore though. They had this one that was like vegan. It was buffalo cauliflower with like roasted chickpeas, and it was called a Hail Caesar, and I asked for that, and they're like, we don't have that anymore. I'm like, what? So I got a new one. It was called their Chipotle Caesar, and I got it with tofu, and it was pretty good. Overall, it was pretty good. I wanted something lighter, so I love having like a salad bowl like that for dinner, and Happy and Hale is probably one of the most delicious places I've gone that has like those kind of salad bowls. But yeah, we're just going to spend the rest of the night. My husband is playing Expedition 33, and we played some Baldur's Gate 3 today. So, you know, we're just going to spend the rest of the evening just hanging out. I'm going to watch my episode, and yeah, have a good evening. But I will see you all tomorrow morning. All right. It is now Monday, and yesterday evening, I finished my step count at over 11,000 steps. That's the most steps that I've taken since I've started this week. So I am really excited about that. I've got today and tomorrow to go for this week, and then I will be moving on to my next health challenge, but I'm really excited about that. I actually ended up not going to the gym this morning, but I am going to go this evening to Hot Works to do a quick 15-minute HIIT workout before I come back, take my shower, and go to book club. So that will be nice to get in some stuff. I have been really bad about in the past being really down on myself if I don't go to the gym in the morning time. But I realized that it doesn't matter when you work out, it just matters if you work out. So for me, working out before work or after work, it doesn't really matter as long as I'm getting in movement in the day. And so for me, that's more important than being very rigid about when I do it. I feel really good about that I have really given myself grace about that, because in the past, if I didn't work out in the morning time, like before work, I would just derail my whole day and be like, oh my gosh. And I would beat myself up over and over again about that. But I am learning how to let go of perfection and learning how to just go with the flow a little bit more, and recognizing that it's okay not to be in 100% the most perfect routine, but it's about being in a routine that is sustainable for you. So that's why, I am coming on to here and making these videos, because I want to be honest with you all and myself that this is a journey and it is not something that's going to be perfect. Today, I am going to get my work done. I've got a couple of meetings today. I'm going to continue to grind on my code. My coworker is now back, so I'm going to fill him in on everything that we've done, and then, just continue to work on my section that I've been working on, and really start to work on the things that are going to go live next month. It's so crazy that we are less than a month out, so I am really going to be on my stuff this week, get all my things done, and get my walking in, because I want to continue to do that. So with each thing that I do as we go throughout this series of vlogs, I am going to continue to do the previous actions, because I want these goals to compound on each other. And I really just want to have a healthy reset as we end off the summer, and I can feel really good going into fall. Let's get on with our day. We're gonna have a fun day. We're going to go to book club and talk about the book that we read, and it'll just be nice to have that conversation tonight. Okay, Google, set a timer for 3 minutes.
Got it, 3 minutes. And that's starting now.
All right, good morning. It is now Tuesday, and yesterday I got in about 7,200 steps. So not my best day, but it's okay. Yesterday I had so much fun at book club. We had so many different good foods. I had some pasta salad, some jalapeno poppers, some various meats and cheeses, and chocolate chip cookies. So I always enjoy whatever people bring to book club. They always bring so much good food. And I brought a bunch of food as well. I brought some fruit and my dad's homemade jam. He made homemade peach jam, and I brought it. And everybody was so impressed. They really liked it. And one of my friends actually asked if she could have a whole jar. So it was a good conversation. A lot of people we had mixed feelings about this book. Why can't I remember the name of the book? Holy moly, this is kind of silly. Amid Clouds and Bones. That's what it was. I'm pretty sure. I didn't like it that much. Out of 10, I gave it 4 stars. So, it was okay. I think that it's just not my type of genre. Like, the main characters really were enemies to lovers. I don't think they actually loved each other in the book. It's, they went from like enemies to not enemies, but not necessarily like they love each other. But it was really funny because when we were talking about last night, I'm like, I must have like not understood like the book at all, because one of my friends, she was like raving about it, and she was talking about how she really liked the characters, she really liked their relationship and all this stuff, and I was just like, I didn't get any of that when I did listen to it on audiobook. I couldn't get it in print form, and it wasn't available on Libby as an ebook, so I listened to it on audiobook through Hoopla. And I think listening to it, I definitely missed some stuff. It wasn't my favorite. And that's okay. Like, we try to read lots of different books for book club. and not everybody's gonna like them. So I'm glad some people enjoyed it. It just wasn't my cup of tea, and that's totally okay. The next book that we chose is actually a local author to hear, so I'm super excited about reading some local North Carolina authors. It's called The Trials of the Elysian. I'm excited to read that. We won't have book club again until the end of next month because of everybody's schedules. And so I think we're going to try and actually have book club at the bookstore / coffee bar. So it's a really cool space. It's called Daughters Coffee and Books. And so if we can rent that space out to have the book club, I think it will be really fun. Today, I've just got more work to do. I'm definitely going to try and hit my step goal today. We did go to the gym this morning and we did some upper arms. I came back, took my shower, had to go to the doctor today. So now I am just back at home, ready to hop on my computer for the work day. But thank you so much for watching this first part of my end of summer glow up series, whatever I decide to call it. I'm excited to continue this series for the rest of the month. So I will start my new goals tomorrow, but it has been so much fun to do this and to really end off the summer on a high note. And as always, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye y'all.